You are moving from an old way of doing things into a new way, which is not only going to be beneficial for you, but it's going to make you feel absolutely in control, almost regal about where you're going and what you're doing, almost like feeling like you're sitting on that throne. It's a beautiful cycle that's coming for you, Aquarius. Aquarius, welcome to your Astroflower weekly reading from the 30th. Oh, I'll have to start all again. Sorry about that, Aquarius. Okay, so welcome again, Aquarius, to the Astroflower reading. This is going from the 31st of October through to the 5th of November. I'll get there in a minute. And that lunar eclipse that's coming up on the 7th and the 8th of November next week, which we will be doing a collective reading on Monday, I think is going to be quite substantial. You are obviously moving into autumn period now, so there might be a little bit of a slowdown for you. I think there's a lot of anticipation of what's coming up and what's coming around the corner. It's almost sort of like things are set up and it's like a whole sort of domino run, ready to do the first domino to let it start sparking. And that's what you seem to be in a sort of position at the moment. Let's just go into the overall energy for your coming week. Own it. Peace be with you. That's what it's sort of saying. They're sort of saying, be calm and collective in your moment. And yeah, the Queen of Swords, it is like that. The Queen of Swords is someone who knows where they're going, what they're doing, why they're doing it. And they have put aside the emotions and doubts within their life. And it's a beautiful card. And I would carry that through this week for you. It is, a peaceful and harmonious week for you. Let's just see what's going on the relationship side. Here we go. We've got the karmic message for you, how you interact with your relationships around you. That's the couple, family, friends, community, all types of relationships. Don't push, just be there. So you don't have to struggle. You don't have to invest, as it were. Just allow the relationships to come to you. It's going to make you feel very victorious. It's going to make you feel, that there's, when people come to you, it's going to make you realize that, yes, this is the good part of relationships because I'm having a good interaction with people, good, honest interaction with people, and I'm feeling my place. And this has been a very powerful summer period, physical summer period. So that's a geological summer period or the winter period if you're watching this in the southern hemisphere. It's been a very good period for you to put things into place, to really feel your place, your harmonious place with your relationships that are around you. And these victories are now or these moments of sheer bliss are going to be coming to the surface. Let's just see how the universe is trying to influence this karmic message. They're placing a lot of weight upon your shoulders. It's almost as if you're stepping into a regal position in life. You may need to see things a little bit differently. And you have to position yourself a little bit differently according to how you see things. And the universe is going to expose that around you, so then you can make these adjustments. Very small adjustments, I think. But it's going to be those final adjustments that are going to make people kind of go, it's like having a house that's got no windows. And then finally you put in the windows and you kind of stand back and you kind of go, wow, that's a real house now. Even if the inside isn't really done as yet. But the universe here is sort of encouraging those little aspects of life within your relationships. Just simple things need to be changed. Simple things need to be looked at in a different way. Let's just see how the guides are trying to influence this karmic message. It's a very relaxed atmosphere. It's beautiful. It's very sure about the relationships. And the guides here are feeling sure about that. They almost know what you want. There's a very good synergy going on between you and your guides at the moment. They're creating a lot of coincidences that are going to provide future connections with other people. And this is it. This is what I was talking about, waiting for things, waiting for the relationships to come in, because that's what the Three of Wands is. It's almost going on a journey, but without actually going anywhere. It's allowing those waves to come to you. And this is how the guides are trying to do that with the coincidences around you. So if you feel a lull coming in, don't worry, your guides will be sorting things out. So that lull will be filled by connections with other people. And I think it's more to do with your community more than anything else this week. Not necessarily your friends' community, but where you live and how you live, and your next door neighbour and that sort of thing, or the people that you meet on your way to work constantly, or the people at your work. It's that sort of relationships that are going to be giving you a different view on how to live life as we go into this change in the lunar eclipse. Let's just see how the guides are trying to influence the conversation that is within you. It's weird. Well, I say it's weird. It's the thing that was weird is that they said it's feeling at one with God. It's almost as if like you feel with your relationships around you this week, you're going to get this sensation, and I think they're going to be encouraging this within the conversation with you, saying, "This is my karmic mission. This is what I should be doing." You know, you've got the Ace of Hearts, so it's leading with your heart in this, and it's going to make you feel like, yeah, your connection with God is in a way that you feel humbled and healed in a way from any stress and strains of the past. So these guides here, with the conversation within you, sort of saying, you know, they're sort of saying, let it flow, let it flow. Allow those disappointments from the past to just go away. I think here is where they may be sort of saying to you, do you remember when you were disappointed because you did it like this and did it like that? And it's reiterating this thing of looking at things differently, so you don't put yourself in a position where you've put your eggs all in one basket in regards to your relationships and you've been disappointed in the past. I think the guides are really protecting you for this through that internal conversation that we all have. So it looks really nice on the relationships. So let the relationships come to you this week. I think that's the overall sort of thing. Let's see how what's the karmic message in regards to your financial sort of dealings. This is that wave that's turning up. And you may get like it's not winning the lottery. It's getting a little bit of a win on the lottery, or getting that overtime paid for, or having a client paying you when you were thinking, oh, I don't know if they're going to pay me. It's going to be quite difficult. But little treasures coming up from the past. Yeah, this is things that you've invested in that you almost kind of you forgot about, and they're going to be coming. Your past is going to be coming up with some good things for you, connecting good things for your going future. Let's just see how the universe is trying to influence this karmic message. We've got your back. I think this is all to do with foundation investing and realizing what really works for you in regards to the financial world. I don't think there's any stress and strain. There's not major decisions to be made this week. I think it's more of a case of realizations that, yeah, this is this new cycle. I said this thing that's coming in, and things that are coming in from the past is going to start off that new cycle of expansion for you. It looks like it's going to be, which is quite unusual, a really explosive autumn period. And your autumn period is December and January, basically, leading up to your birthday. I think it's going to be a really productive time for you. Make sure you take time out during those periods, though. You know, it's good to sort of to meditate, to make sure you're physically okay, mentally okay, and everything like that, to deal with all these new things coming up. I didn't get the message from the they were just so important, so insistent about getting through. I didn't bring the message up here from the guides, but they're really trying to bring you through this new portal. There's a definite new wave coming through for you. I don't think it's necessarily this week, But I think you're going to start realizing it. You're going to start seeing that the effects of that newer wave arriving around you, and it may be the lunar eclipse which start that ball rolling next week. But there's definitely these guys here are really opening up with the things, debts being paid from the past. That's what it seems to be. That it's almost, and it could be the most littlest of things, like someone that you lent £20 to, or $20 or euros to, and they kind of went, oh hi, yeah, do you remember I gave you that? I lent you that, or you lent me that $20. Here it is. Sorry, I forgot about it. And that's going to pay that evening out without you having to pay anything. It's like, it's that little signs like that the guides are trying to sort of influence your sort of pathway, and it's definitely moving into a new cycle for you. As I said, I think this autumn is going to be very productive for you, in December and January as we move through November. Let's just see how the guides are trying to influence the conversation that is within you. There is, it's almost as if like they're just enjoying. They're pointing out. So you may get these realizations where you're just sitting down, just kind of going, do you know, that works really well over there, what they're doing as a business. Maybe I can integrate certain aspects of that in my job or my business or my projects. It's taking the best from the world around you, not getting involved in conflict. So it's going to help avoid conflictual sort of situations at work, at business and stuff like that. Walking away from the old way of doing things as we move towards the eclipse moment. And I think this is the realization that's happening on both of these sort of sides of these guides, where you're going to be looking to the future rather than looking at the past, because in the past you may have had major complications and headaches within the financial world, and you may have been disappointed within the relationships that are around you. And I think this cycle, this new cycle that's coming through here, and also on your relationship side, is coming to an end. And taking that time out and observing everything around you is going to be very beneficial, not only for you, but for everybody that is around you. Let's just see how all of this comes into fruition, how it leads into the following week, into that eclipse week. This is the breaking of the wave, of this new cycle coming in. And it's going to start getting busier the following week. It's that new cycle. It's that new cycle that started, that really is here. And you are moving from an old way of doing things into a new way, which is not only going to be beneficial for you, but it's going to make you feel absolutely in control, almost regal about where you're going and what you're doing, almost like feeling like you're sitting on that throne. It's a beautiful cycle that's coming for you, Aquarius. So make sure you, on your relationship, just allow them to come to you rather than you going to them this week. And it will actually provoke a feeling, a glowing sensation of beautifulness within you. Within your business side, it's realizing that this new cycle is coming here and observing what's going on around you, so you can apply those differences in the life around you to help you within your job or your business or your projects, basically going forward. As I said, we will be doing a collective reading on Monday for this lunar eclipse, which I think is going to be a very pinnacle moment for a lot of people. So you're going to want to subscribe and click that bell if you want to get notifications for that reading. And I would most appreciate that. If you're already subscribed, I thank you very much from my heart. And if you're not subscribed, why not? It doesn't take much. It would be beautiful to just express that help towards us just by subscribing and obviously clicking that bell. Apparently that's really important for YouTube. There's also sort of liking, sharing, and also commenting on this video, which can help us out. It's really lovely. In the meantime, Aquarius, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.